morning. A special 5K will be held at the Rancho Mirage Community Park to raise money for the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center and to help its quest to better the lives of abused children in our valley. I spoke with the organizer of the Be a Hero 5K about why it's so important, Flip Rodriguez. Flip, tell us about the Be a Hero 5K.
Yes, Be a Hero 5K is being presented by Barbara Sinatra Children's Center to raise awareness on child abuse prevention and early intervention. As being a survivor myself, I find it very important to bring awareness to this topic. And I believe that a lot of people are not aware of how often child abuse actually happens.
You mentioned you're a survivor of child abuse. Is that why you created this 5K? And do you think child abuse here in the Coachella Valley is a major issue?
Yeah, I believe child abuse is a huge issue globally, honestly. Barbara Sinatra Children's Center has been doing a phenomenal job at bringing awareness at child abuse and bringing resources for people to help them either how to solve an issue or how to handle any of the issues, whether it's happening within themselves or somebody that they know. And I'm just really blessed of being a part of Barbara Sinatra Children's Center and helping them bring awareness and to kind of just the biggest goal is to have child abuse stop in general, you know?
The event is called Be a Hero. How can people be a hero?
As a survivor myself, I find it that it's not your traditional cape and mask. It's just people that pay attention to what's happening around them and the people around them. When there's sudden change in behavior, as an example, that could be coming from either some kind of home issue, some kind of issue going on with them, that they're actually reaching out for help, but they don't really know how. As an example, I never reached out for help. I kind of just went about my life at how I thought was best suited. Not to say that I handled the situation properly or not properly at all. I just handled it how I saw fit for me specifically. And to just kind of pay attention to those little details where someone's behavior changes, or why don't they want to go to a specific house on a specific weekend, or whatever the case may be. And those little details are like little hints that are given out that kind of make things like odd, and will give you kind of a clue as to, hey, something's kind of going on, without the person who's going through it really speaking out about it. Because for me personally, I never wanted to speak about it until I was much older, and now that I've grown so much, I've realized that I probably should have spoken a lot earlier.
Yeah, it's very important for people to watch out for the warning signs when it comes to abuse. For folks who would like to attend tomorrow's 5K, where do they need to go and how do they get involved?
So yes, the fightchildabuse.org has a link on there. Barbara Sinatra Children's Center has their link. They'll also be on Instagram on Center Sinatra is their tags all over social media. They also have links everywhere: Twitter, Instagram. That would probably be the easiest way to do it. And you just sign up right then and there, and show up Saturday morning. And we're gonna have a great time running this 5K and just bringing awareness to fighting child abuse.
Flip, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much for having me.